2, 1. Welcome to the middle of nowhere. Boys, screaming. Full audience attendance. Wow. Yeah, there you go. Just keep going for 2 hours. Let's just do this for the whole show. Let's set a Guinness World Record for the longest applause. Put Stalin's Soviet Russia to shame. Does anybody get that joke? No. That's a Soviet joke. They're not supposed to be funny. Because there's the Soviets. Well, okay, we're going to start the show with the symposium, which is my part where I bring up something I've been thinking about, and I hopefully can have a conversation with a few of you. We'll do this for a few minutes, and then we'll start the actual show with the music and all that jazz. So I was just thinking about this the other day. Hi, Kyle. Did you make it all the way here on your longboard?
No, I teleported some of the way.
Why not all the way?
I gotta stay in Havana.
Fair enough, yeah. We haven't got to level 36 yet. Then we'll be able to go 62 kilometers.
Precisely.
Or half that. 31 kilometers. So I've been thinking a lot about being present, and because I have anxiety, and it's a bitch. It's fucking hard to deal with. But one of the ways I've learned to deal with it is by reclaiming my body, and I do that by trying to orient myself around something that I've been doing or where I'm at. So like if I was suffering anxiety right now, I'd turn and be like, well, okay, so what am I looking at right now? I'm looking at a man with black hair, and his hair is almost white. It's so black, it's almost white. And then all of a sudden, my focus shifts from what I'm thinking about to how is it possible that his hair is so black and it's almost white. And now and my anxiety seems to diminish some. And this, I'm being facetious, but it's true. And as I started doing this, I realized that I'm gathering information. That's all I'm doing. In that moment, I'm just gathering information. Like it's neutral. There's no emotionality to it. You can do this to anything. You can look at the floor and be like, radial. What the hell does that mean? Radial. And then you can actually spend a good deal of time before you pull your phone out and look it up, trying to figure out what the fuck radial means. And it'll possess your mind. And you're oh wow, this is what it feels like to take in information. And I realize that's what we're doing almost all the time at any given point anyways. It's just how aware are we of the fact that we're taking in information. And then I realized, wow, information extraction from reality, a fancy way of saying paying attention, is a skill in and of itself. And the more you pay attention, the better you get at paying attention. And if paying attention rewards you with information, that means the better you pay attention, the better you get at extracting information from your experience. And the more information you have, the better your choices will be down the road. And that's why, ironically enough, the best way to plan for the future is to be here right now. The more present you are, the better you are at taking in information, the better the information you'll have available to you later on in your life when you need to make decisions. And isn't that weird? Like, you'd think like, no, wait, what day is it? Oh, it's fucking Monday. Oh yeah, okay, so by Wednesday I need to get this done and I need to get that. How am I gonna get all these things done? And I'm not saying that thinking about those things is bad in and of itself. It's the fact that if that dampens your days, if that turns you into an anxious soul, you have to reclaim the information extraction method. You just have to be present. Because you can trust that if you're where you are, taking in information, it's going to serve you down the road. So there's nothing you can do about a lot of the plans you make most of the time. They just occur over time. But what you can do is be momentarily present and take in information, and then know that you can use that later on down the road when you have to make your decisions. It's weird, but I realize, and it really helps me, like moment by moment. And all of a sudden, I'm surrounded by opportunities to pay attention. And it's just practice. For no other reason, just be present to practice paying attention and then to gather information. And then you know every time you do that, it's going to get better and better. And you're going to get better and better at making decisions. I don't know if anybody remembers last week I was talking a little bit about the fact that the smartphones and the internet and the recommendation channels and the advertisement mechanisms of how they make decisions for us. The internet makes decisions for us a lot of the time. We don't know what to watch on Netflix, so it chooses. We don't know what to buy on Amazon, so it chooses. Every time you give over control of your choice to something else, you get worse at making decisions down the road. And that's just keep that in mind going forward. The ability to pay attention and make decisions is a skill. And the better you get at making decisions, the better your life will unfold before you. Otherwise, you will be told where to go and what to do. And if you're okay with that, that's cool. Like, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. But if you feel like you're losing control, i.e. have anxiety, maybe practice being in the moment for no other reason than learning how to pay attention as a skill. Now, the second part of that is, does anybody have any comments? Because I like to have the, this. I know Miles always has something to say. But does anybody have any comments? Has anybody thought about this? Or Janet?
Yes, I have thought about this a great deal, and I work with it a great deal because I too have had anxiety for the course of my long life. And yeah, even now, absolutely. If you're ruminating about what happened when you were 6 years old, or what happened last week at work, or what's going to happen next week at work, or whatever, you're not here.
Right, yeah. That's because we're thinking about things that aren't happening right now, like when we were 6. Yes, Ed?
Well, you can't think about things that are happening right now. You can only think in the past and the future.
Yeah, well then, how would
Because
you...
you're living the moment.
Right, yeah.
Which is a not conscious state, actually.
Interesting. Yes, Jen?
You can, I think the recommendation is right now, notice 7 things you can see, 5 things you can hear, 4 things you can touch, 3 things that you can see, and just go through the list about what's happening now, just as you did with the floor.
Yes. And then to Ed's point, what that will do is it'll eliminate unnecessary thought.
All that universe goes.
No, well,
Words.
as soon as it's on the conscious level where it's rational, it's in the immediate past,
Yeah.
right?
You're saying that thought in and of itself is not what is experienced while you're doing experiencing of any kind. So like when you're swimming, that's swimming, but when you're thinking about swimming, that's not swimming.
That's right. Or if I throw a ball to you to
Where?
catch,
Oh,
if you think about catching it, you miss it.
Ah,
Your knowledge, which is a verb,
yeah.
you catch it. You're not thinking about it.
Oh yeah, wow, that's interesting. I never thought of it like linguistically before. Could you go into that in more detail there? No, it wasn't a joke. I actually want to know more. Like, I never thought of it linguistically before. So when you catch it, it's not you have caught it, or is that what you mean?
In the moment, I've learned how to catch. Someone's taught me the technique of catching.
Right.
I've had to think about it, how to position my body, my hand, my glove, and all those misses because I've been thinking about it. Right? Until you can do it, like an athlete.
Right. And
So
yeah.
living our life is just like being an athlete. You're in the moment.
Right. Right.
So as soon as you rationalize anything on a conscious level, or on a rational level, like this dialogue, it's in the immediate. You can only do it about the immediate past. You can't do it in the present.
So how would you? What's your take on anxiety then? Like the experience of being anxious, like the phenomenal experience.
First of all, I don't know anybody who doesn't have anxiety. It's a degree. I have a son with substantial anxiety. I have anxiety, and I'm a performer. I don't know anybody who doesn't have anxiety to some degree.
So, but do you think you can be phenomenologically anxious, or is anxious thought, and thought is not a phenomenological experience? Like in the same way.
I don't understand the term.
So, it just means in your body. Like you were saying, you catch it, right? So I've learned to catch. I've stopped thinking about it. The ball comes to me. I've caught it.
Right.
That's a phenomenological experience of catching the ball. If I think about catching the ball as it's approaching and I miss it, it's because the thought, which is non-phenomenological, it's a non-physical. It's a psychic thing that I miss.
It's a rational thing. It's an intellectual.
An intellectual, yeah, okay. So that's why, anxiety in and of itself seems to be non-physical. It's like, it takes you right out of your body and puts you into the imaginary past or the imaginary future. And so, but it feels
I feel
fucking
it's
terrible.
the center of my body when I'm experiencing
Yeah, right in my heart. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Would you call those? Somebody saying my name? Oh, Susan and Sharon just showed up. But do you feel like that's a phenomenological experience, right? That's a felt experience in your body, and it's just interesting that it's so provoked by the imaginary, the psychic. There's no you could be sitting on the bus and everything's fine, and all of a sudden you start thinking about how you got dumped. You get sad and then you get anxious. All of a sudden, thoughts create all this experience inside your body, right?
Well, it's triggering a sense memory.
And so would anxiety itself be a physical experience in the same way catching a ball would be? I wonder. Or are you?
That's a trick question. I have to answer yes or no.
No. I didn't mean it. It's a dialogue. We're not coming to any conclusions here. But I think that's a good time to end it on an anxious note. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Pardon you?
My anxiety for baking.
Where?
No, Tara wanted to say
The
something.
whole time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Your hands are so quiet.
Okay, forgive my anxiety.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say quickly that there's always like a conflict when people talk about this between like being completely present and but you need to think about your day-to-day activities, right? You need to think about the future a little bit. I think the trick is to be completely present with your anxiety without the future.
Yeah.
Don't be resisting it. That's where the catch is. That's where the detachment is. If you're completely present in the moment with your anxiety about the future, you're still living in the moment and dealing with shit you need to deal with.
Wow, that was well said. Let's give a round of applause for Tara. That's an excellent. We could go on. I think we could go on for the rest of human history about anxiety, but I think 10 minutes with it is enough for one show. So, real quick, yeah, Myas? Yep.
I heard your question, but I'm sitting here eating.
Okay. You're a monkey. You know that? You're a monkey. That's not an insult.
If I need to explain to you what that means, I'll feel like but if I say, a lot of people don't get it, I'm going to continue reading.
Monkey.
I'm sitting here now.
Yeah. Well, that's why there's a poem I came up with the show called The Middle of Nowhere, because I realized the middle of nowhere is nothing to be found between the here and the now. And if you put the two words together, now and here, you get nowhere. So, go ahead, Mal.
It's all about wanting outcomes.
Outcomes, yeah.
If you want outcomes, stop wanting.
Expectations and yes. Well, okay, so we're going to start some of the music now because the food has been delivered, and I'm sure the people on the podcast can smell how delicious the food is and how good it looks. Yeah, round of applause for smell. I'm sure one day in the future, the podcast people will be able to be here without being here, with the smells. But I'll leave that up to technology and Lukas. Lukas will fix that problem for us. So let's have a big round of applause for everybody for listening. Thank you so much for that. It makes me happy to do this. So round of applause for you guys. Thank you.
Is this a new song?
This is my new song. This is my new song, right?
Somebody help me.
Should I pull mine?
No.
Okay, let's have some fun. I haven't played this song in a while, but I think it's good to go with food. So, see how it goes. Ready?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Nice.
I hope I remember all the words. So I went to McDonald's. Gonna use a coupon to get a Big Mac. Get a Big Mac. Get a Big Mac. Get a Big Mac. Gonna get a Big Mac. Gonna get a Big Mac. The lady behind the counter, she said you can't use this coupon. Can't use this coupon. Can't use this coupon. Can't use this coupon. It's not valid here. It's not valid here. I said, give me the coupon. And I looked at it. Said, one free Big Mac. One free Big Mac. One free Big Mac. One free Big Mac. No purchase required. She was a liar. I said, let me speak to your manager. She said, he's not around right now. I said, you're a liar. She said, no, I'm not. I said, give my Big Mac. I want my Big Mac. Give my Big Mac. I want my Big Mac. Don't give me the coupon back. I want my Big Mac. Give my Big Mac. I want my Big Mac. Get it. She looked at me weird. Said, sir, this is a Burger King. I said, what's the difference? What's the fucking difference? I want my Big Mac right now. Go get it. Put cheese on it. She said, can I help who's next in line, please? So I leapt over the counter, shoved her out of the way, started to make my own Big Mac, and then the cops came. They pulled out their guns, said stay away from the meat patties. I said I'm putting bacon on just for you fucking pigs. They shot me in the shoulder, knocked me to the ground. They used the coupon to plug the wound. It saved me from bleeding out. Big Mac lay beside me. I reached out to grab it. The lady squished it with her foot and said, your coupon ain't valid. Couldn't get my Big Mac. Couldn't get my Big Mac. Couldn't get my Big Mac. Thank you. Thank you. Is this on? Is it like that? You guys hear me? I can't hear me. Okay. So I don't know how that sounds.
Peter.
Did that go well with your hoot? That was my chance. Okay, I'm gonna do two more, but I want you guys to pick because I've already picked the last one. What kind of a song you guys want for this one?
Funny.
I just did. Or is that not funny? Funnier. Funnier. All right. Well, I'm an idiot. That's what I do with my time. I'm an idiot. How's that? Is that funny? Oh, you got it. You gonna need a drink? You like that one? Okay. Pardon? Seinfeld theme song? There it is. The whole thing. That's like $15 million. You want what? I don't know. No, I don't know that one. Okay.
What do you feel like?
Here, I'll do this. I like this cover song. It's How you doing?
Good, still good.
I'm gonna go A. You got one. All right, I'll do this one. This is what I wanted to do. This is new. Don't tell me lies, boy, tell me what you see. Don't tell me lies, boy, tell me what you see. Don't tell me lies, boy, tell me what you see. Fear is the line between real and make-believe. Don't tell me lies, boy, tell me what you see. Don't tell me lies, boy, tell me what you see. Don't tell me lies, boy, tell me what you see. Fear is the line between real and make-believe. And all of all the sound that'll make you wanna freeze right up, but you don't, cause you listen and you divide up all the big and the little bits, clean them all up, all the things that you wanna do. So come now, come on, baby, won't you come now? Come on, later, won't you come now? Come on later, but later you never come. Say, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, me, oh. 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 Tell me lies, boy, tell me what you see. Tell me lies, boy, tell me what you hear. Tell me lies, boy, tell me what you feel. Tell me lies, boy, tell me lies, boy. Don't tell me lies, boy, tell me what you see. Don't tell me lies, boy, tell me what you feel. Don't tell me lies, boy, tell me what you hear. Don't tell me lies, boy, don't tell me lies, boy. Come on. Come on later, come on later, come on later. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, me, oh. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, me, oh. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, me, oh. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, me, They don't screaming that change you gonna make sense. They don't know the fact that you wanna pay rent. Done. They don't screaming that change you gonna make sense. They don't understand it, never gonna relent. They don't understand. Oh, it's really good. We went from first. That sounds good, right? They don't screaming that change you gonna make sense. They don't understand it, never gonna relent. Friendly and the further that you knock and wondering why you didn't stop and listen to what talking. Don't lie, be lie, let it kill you understand. Don't mind these lines, people wondering. Don't lie, don't spy, don't run, don't hide, don't lie. Inside, come now, come on later, won't you come now? Come on later, won't you come now? Come on later, but later never comes. Say, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, Thank you very much. I just wrote that the other day. I'm still working with the case. Okay, we're gonna have our next performer come on up. His name is Handsome. And that's all I know about him. So big round of applause for Handsome Jack Charles. Uh-oh. Handsome all the way.
Hey. Hey.
Let's hear it one more time for Mitch and Anton McKecken. Beautiful, lovely talk on anxiety. This is probably the most anxiety-inducing 2 hours of my entire week doing this show.
Yes.
So, yeah, you concur. This I've got the anxiety sweats.
No, me
going
too.
on. Yeah. Can I plug this in?
Yep.
Did you guys not want to hear about me sweating while you're eating? It's like, nah. Bear with me. Okay, this is also a new song. It's about connecting. Hey, excuse me, can I buy you a peppermint tea? We can sit and sip here right under this tree. We can talk about life and what we thought it'd be for a minute or three. I haven't got an alternative agenda, just some free time I want to spend with you. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna want to stay longer, but I just don't think I can. I'm looking in your blue eyes, staring at your wild smile. Think I want to stay for a while. When I'm here with you, there's nothing I'd rather do than enjoy the view all afternoon. Lazing by the riverside, watching pigeons fly by. Think I want to stay for a while. Think I want to stay for a while. Think I want to stay for a while. Stare at the clock on top of Waterloo Station. Running out of time, but I'm trying to be patient. Not long now before I leave this nation, and I don't know when I'm coming back. Far across the sea, this will all just be a memory. Paul McCartney's telling me just to let it be. It's easy to see, which makes it harder to leave. And I think I'm gonna wanna come back. Staring at your blue eyes, thinking about your wild smile. Think I wanna stay for a while. Sitting here with you, there's nothing I'd rather do than enjoy the view all afternoon. Lazing by the riverside, watching pigeons fly by. Think I wanna stay for a while. Think I wanna stay for a while. Think I wanna stay for a while. And I'll try not to listen to the voice in my head, because I'd rather just listen to you instead. Or relay a cliche like just let it be, and I'll smile and say that's fine as long as you be it with me. Staring at your blue eyes, thinking about your wild smile. Think I wanna stay for a while. Sitting here with you, there's nothing I'd rather do than enjoy the view all afternoon. Staying by the riverside, watching pigeons fly by. Think I wanna stay for a while. Think I wanna stay for a while. I think I wanna stay for a while. All right, next. This is actually more of a story. There's a true story, and but it's to music. And a couple of things you have to know. This instrument that Mitch is playing is called a cajon. And just in case you didn't know that, it's integral to this song that you know that, because it's a story about a cajon. Yeah. This is the story of the... Whoops. This is the story of the loneliest cajon. So listen very closely, especially if you have your own. Jack first bought the cajon so he could play in the band. Mitchell took one look at it and he snatched it from his hand. Mitchell played the cajon and he played it kinda well, till he found Alchemy's shiny new one and told the old one to go to hell. Dejected and dejected, Jack took that old cajon home, where it sat in the corner, gathering dust and all alone. It dreamt of the Imperial and the stage and the bright lights, while it That's a true story. Okay, next up we have a real treat on our hands, because usually in the deepest, darkest depths of the corner sits a man named Lukas who presses buttons and makes us all sound good, but now he is stepping forth into the light and he's going to perform for us. I don't know who's going to press the buttons, so if it sounds bad, it's...
We're not.
No one's
Okay.
pressing
buttons.
Alright, well, let's hope it all goes well then. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise, Lukas
And this is plug in the guitar. Plug in the guitar. Give it a little strum, Mitch. Keep going, keep going. We'll try that. I have no idea if that's too loud or not. Check, check, 1, 2. All right, everybody. Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? All right. This is a song from a TV show. But if you know it, that's awesome. If you don't, then just have fun with it. You know, that's what we're here for. Right? All right. If you want to, absolutely. But there is some weird stuff going on. I don't know.
I like weird stuff.
Cool. Me too.
Whoa.
Me too. All right. The worlds can be one together, cosmos without hatred, stars like diamonds in your eyes. The ground can be space, 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 space. Keep marching towards a peaceful sky. All the Moonmen want things their way, and we make sure they see the sun. Stars of cosmic light, the quaint stars shine through endless night, and everything is one in the beauty. Goodbye, Moonmen. Goodbye, Moonmen. I say goodbye, Moonmen. Goodbye, Moonmen. Oh, goodbye. That's it. So I'll play another one. I haven't played this one in a long time. This is a song I wrote many years ago. Made a video for it too and all this kind of stuff, but I haven't really done anything official since then. Most of my songwriting is journaling for me to kind of, you know, when I write a song, I know exactly what I was thinking, what I was feeling, and everything happening in that moment. So songs for me are journal entries that I can go back and, you know, it's like a movie, you know, I know exactly what was going on. So this is something I wrote, and it was kind of my first song that I felt I could actually let other people hear it. And yeah, we'll give it a go here. picture of someone you're not beneath. And I'll pack my bags this evening and find a way from me to you. Open your mind like a flower and see the world from a different view. The more complex that we make it, it's more simpler than we knew. Ooh. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. I know I don't get up here much enough, and I know you guys see Jack and Mitch a lot more, but it means a lot to me that you guys have been coming, and new people are coming to listen. I don't know, for me, it's just a great privilege and joy to be able to, you know, do the things that I've learned how to do with technical audio and stuff like that, and to be able to make everyone have an experience here. For me, it's just a great honor, so thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, my fucking mic. Lukas Luzar, everybody! Don't have the words, don't have the diction to talk about him with enough positivity. But yeah, he changed it. He's a game changer, Lukas, when he came along and started recording stuff and making us all sound good. And he can sing. What a guy, what a man. Okay, I'm going to go through the list because it's actually formed now. Next up is Miles. Miles, make your way down here, you handsome devil. Alright, after Miles we have Ed, and then Tara is TBD, and then Kyle, you are? Okay, Tara's in. Then Kyle, then Mato, and then Sharon Susan closing us out. Unless someone else wants to come up, in which case, let me know. The offer's always there. So you guys are Mato's friends? You, who I'm interrupting?
No.
You Mato's friends? He invited you down here? Cool. Where are you from? Where are you from? Korea as well? Cool. Welcome. How long have you been in Toronto?
Like 2 years.
2 years? I've been here 4 years. Winters. Keep it real. Keep it real with me. Winters, what are we saying? You on board with the Winters? Yeah? Yeah, okay. I'm not. But I'm going to try and ski this winter, right, Emily? No? I thought you skied. You're not? Skied? If we both go into skied? You're not going to ski this winter? You done? Hanging up the LA for sale? The skis? Okay. Do you want to buy a Cohen?
Lukas rocked it.
Anybody? For you, $500. Did I tell you it was a piece of memorabilia? It's a piece of middle of nowhere memorabilia. It'll be in a museum one day.
I want it.
You've had your fair share of it.
I want it. What are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise one more time for Miles Cohen.
Okay, hello. Not sure what to do here because I had decided Mitch. He's got his niche going, right?
Oh.
His niche. No, he's got his niche going. Yeah. And by the way, Lukas, you have this wonderful, dreamy voice. I swear, it fills the room and makes it mellow. So, thank you.
Thank you.
And as a matter of fact, everybody here, like, anyway. Okay, so Mitch I told him once, when I was teaching in the market, Kensington Market Youth Theater for street kids, I used to give them math stuff before I busted my back and everything. You know? we got a bird. And I was trying to listen bird. I heard it.
Oh.
Okay. What kind of bird is that? What? Samsonite. Okay. Yeah, it has big, huge suitcase jaws, right? Anyway, they nicknamed me Zen Cohen because I baffled them, and I said that to Mitch, and I was going to make that. Hello, thank you. Another bird. I was going to make that my stage name, and I'm starting a company called the Living Meditation Center for meditation and stuff, and I thought I'd be Zen Cohen running the center. And Mitch said, yeah, Carmen. But he took the name away tonight. So I'm wondering, is it too pretentious? Is that why you changed it?
No, I honestly just forgot Miles. Zen, I'm sorry.
You forgot Miles. Oh,
Forgot
but
Zen.
it's
I'm nothing other
easy
than
to
just
forget.
plain old.
Okay, well, it's okay, it's okay. I want to know, but maybe that's a suggestion. I take stuff like that seriously, and maybe that means the universe is saying, drop it, big shot. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I like the name, but we'll see. We'll take a vote of the entire all the world, 8 billion people. Raise your hand, or jump, and the planet will move. But we'll see. Okay. I have a cough drop in my mouth, and it's really bad.
Here,
Honey? Okay, yeah, okay, I'll take that. I thought she was giving me honey instead of a cough drop. Thank you, dear.
Here.
Okay, my wife is, no, I'll keep it.
Okay.
It's my cough drop. I may put it back in later. Okay, here's the deal. What I was going to talk about, and I've used up most of my time, was when I had my first breakdown, about 26 years old. Breakdown, yeah.
There's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, the aftermath is good. You can, if you add it all up. Haha, cool. The aftermath, if you add it, no. Lukas liked it. And that, you see, there's a Star Wars theme in here, so this Lukas thing is really appropriate. Because I went back, I had studied mime, among other things, in Niagara on the Lake Canadian Mime Company. And a lot of my friends were in Niagara with the mime theater. And I went back and I got a job on the Phillips estate. Seriously, that big name. As a whatever person, custodian and everything. And I painted a whole barn myself. No, seriously, green. I wouldn't bust it up then. And I forgot what. Oh yeah, one of my friends. He's not impressed. One of my friends from the mime company, Larry, a really funny guy, arrived in his truck one day and said, in those days they had the outdoor films, like you, and he said, I'm taking you to see The Empire Strikes Out, which was The Empire Strikes Back. And we went to see that film, and I was still a little cuckoo, and I had been for a long time, and never came back. But anyway, I saw that film, and I knew then that I wanted to be a Jedi Master. You can laugh now. And so when I went manic, I felt I connected to the Force. Like I would walk between subway stations on the rail, seriously. I'd go across here. Whatever, I just followed. If I made noise in a restaurant, they said, do you want us to call the cops? I said, anything I was afraid of, I had to do. I said, yeah. Luckily, they didn't beat me up. They took me to Queen Street. 999 it was called then. but through all that, there was a pattern where I got to follow what I thought was the force, and then later I thought the Tao or the will of God or whatever, and yeah. And
Mind your own stuff.
what?
No, it's fine.
No, you okay? Go. Here we go. A drunken lady has said,
No,
"Find
I
your
feel
own
like
God."
the Tao Te Ching, it's great, but I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't take any religious texts too seriously.
Oh.
That's it. I don't want to start shit. I'm just.
Well, you did. You were right. How old are you?
23.
Okay, I'm 67. I've jumped off a bridge, broken my back, put myself back together. Okay? Now, I don't think, honestly, young lady, I take advice from everyone.
I'm not offering advice.
When she said, find your own God.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
assumed you would agree.
Well, that's another point or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Keep on going.
Oh, thank you.
I'm enjoying it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, what I was going to say was, I do think there's only one God, but I think she is going to come down and really get a good lawyer for all the people that have used her name. But that's another story. I want to be that lawyer. But the thing is, yesterday morning I caught what I thought was the analogy of the way I would learn. Tell me if you approve. It's like surfing, you got this huge wave. You want to catch the wave, get on your board and ride it. Now within that, there's choice. There's a lot of individual movement, but you have to stay on the wave. You lose the wave, you're down. Got to get back on the wave. So that's how I see the will of God. So it's like a wave, the Tao, it's like a wave, and you get on your surfboard, you ride it, there's individual choice within it, you lose it, you drop, you get back another wave. And I'm gonna wave now. It may be too, it may be, it may be not what people want these days. The other thing was, am I done? This is my 1 minute? Okay, we agreed this, okay. Like I used to play hockey, I played the Forum. 1 minute of play left in the period. Actually, so I wasted all my time talking, but you can't do that. What was I going to talk about? I don't remember. What I was going to talk about was the Jedi Master thing led to the wave, which I surf, and sometimes I lose it, I get back, and in that there's individual choice. The last thing I'm going to say is Jacques first wore the mask, hockey mask, and I'll just finish this quickly. They asked him they booed him when he came on. They asked him how he handled rejection. And he said, well, when I make a mistake, a red light goes on, a siren, and 5,000 people boo. He's a goalie.
True.
So I'm doing okay.
Thank you, Mouse.
Thank you, Zen Cohen, keep it going. Keep it Zen. I said his name incorrectly, and I apologise. I love how he was musing that was me just subtly telling him I didn't like it. I introduced, that's not how I would do it. Zen, I would just tell you, I also would never do that, because it's just too horrendously impolite to even do. Next up is Ed. Ed, get on up here. Get on up. Let's make some noise for Ed.
Well, thanks for starting it off with a discussion on anxiety. Love your comments. So it's, I think, an appropriate setup for a poem I wrote called The Children of Abraham. A little bit of background. Does anybody know what the Guff is?
The what?
The Guff.
Guff.
Guff. It's the hall in seventh heaven where all the souls are kept for newborn babies. So it's Old Testament when there's a newborn baby, a new soul comes down from the Guff to the newborn baby. And I think one of the seven seals are broken is when the Guff is empty. There's no more souls to come down for newborns. Did I get it right?
I don't know.
No,
I was thinking of the movie.
yeah, there was a movie called, I forget the name, but Demi Moore was in it.
I was thinking of movie stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, it's called Children of Abraham, and let's go. Can you hear the sparrows chirping, announcing the newborn souls descending from the hall in seventh heaven? Do you see them soar in flight? Something's wrong, it cannot be. There are no souls that I can see. Since Eden, a soul, a spirit for all of us. In this soul, a power, an energy, life force, without morals, without judgment, without goodness, without truth. Our souls, our eyes, beget and behead, never accepting we all bleed red. Abraham's 3 children grew far apart, Talmud, Bible, Quran, immortal all. Noble, humble, in early rearing, grew to Herman, crusade, jihad, genocides all. Our cells continue to beget, to behead. Our history shows the Guff may be dead. Are the 7 seals always broken when the 4 horsemen ride with the Lamb quietly standing by? Armageddon as eternity, sunrise to sunrise to sunrise is the dread. Our souls, our eyes continue to behead. I do not believe in the name of God. I will not fear thy staff and thy rod. I do not believe in original sin. I will live and love and laugh and grin. I will not believe our world will end. I know that those wills and beliefs shall bend. Time to let the 3 children die, heads intact. Bury deep their hate, their words, let them lie. Goodness and truth live in my soul, it's mine. Grasp yours, know it too, will make them shine. I can hear the sparrows chirping. I can see them soar in flight. I know the Guff could be full tonight. Thank you. I downloaded the wrong one in my attachment, so I'm gonna read something a little more positive. It's about friendship. It's called Lay With Me. Lay with me, my love. No Havana line between. Nestle your head on my chest. Find the comfort spot near the shoulder. Release your tension with my breath. Put your hand over my heart, feel my beat, you'll hear it now. Knee over knee, we're in sync. Sleep, sleep easy now. I hope strength from my survived wounds, scar tissue strong, gives you comfort, heals your newer wounds, still sutured raw. Feel safe, rest, sleep, heal, know now. I would never breach your trust, causing fresh bleeding. I'll slip out the door when you're secure, sleeping, healing, strong on your own, quietly. I'm always there for you, with you, for you, always. Thanks. It's a lot of fun being here. It's a great crowd, and thanks a lot.
One more time for Ed. Thank you, Ed, for coming and being here and for sharing with us. Next up is Tara. Make some noise for Tara as she approaches her tools. The ivory. Tickles. Loves tickle and ivory. There's Tara. Is everyone having a nice evening? Is the food good? Everyone's warm? Everything's going well? Yes? Good. Good, I'm glad. If anyone said no, it's too cold in here or something, I would have tended to you. By the way, if anybody's interested, there is an open mic here on Tuesday night at Alchemy. Nothing to do with the middle of nowhere, but they do run an open mic. So if you are a performer and want to perform again, or if you want to come and perform for any reason, I am contractually obliged to tell you that there is an open mic here on Tuesdays as well. Okay, Tara's setting up, so I'm gonna. No, I'm filling time with my voice. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Tara Smiley.
Wait, something's going on. Sorry, something's going on. Can you just play around with the microphone? Something's going on. Is there any no switches or dials on it? No. Maybe swap it.
Yeah.
Just put in the holder. Why are you here? Sorry. Sorry, Tim. Sorry, Tim.
Hello? Ah, hello.
Okay.
So, I thought I'd play an old favorite. I wasn't going to perform today, so this is going to be very low-key. But, yeah, low-key performance. Yeah. You've heard before. Yeah. Kiss from a Rose is a song we all know and love, right? And you should if you don't. So, how the heck does this start? There used to be a great tower alone on the sea. You remain the light on the dark side of me. A love remain the drug that's the high, not the pill. Did you know that when it snows, Riders on the Storm?
Yeah.
Will you help me if I forget the lyrics?
Yes.
Do you know the lyrics?
Yes.
All right. Riders on the storm, riders on the storm, to this house we're born, to this world we're thrown, like a dog without a bone, an actor and unknown. Riders on the storm, riders on the storm. There's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday. Let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road. Girl, you gotta love your man. Gotta love your man. Take him by the hand. Make him understand. Depends. Never ends. Gotta love your man. Gotta love your man. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out alone. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Terry in the audience.
You sure? You got it? Hey, do you want me to check this one works? Yeah. Make sure the switch is
I hear noise. Tara Smiley, one more time. Yeah, that wasn't low key. That was mid to upper key. In my humblest of opinions. It's middle C? Oh, you've gone technical on me. Was that a music thing you just said?
It is.
Yeah.
You know what middle C is? You should learn.
I should learn, yeah. Shots fired, feisty tonight, Tara. I like it.
What about left, center, D?
Yeah. Gut punch. I don't know.
Or capital A?
I'm kind of my cat's been kind of ill, guys. Good news. Yeah. I went away to the UK, and while I was away, my cat stopped eating. Yeah, every cat dad's worst nightmare. The word came through on the text. He stopped eating. I thought, my goodness, she's gonna die while I'm away. Sent her to the vets. $300 later, she's fine. They couldn't find anything. Still charge you though if they don't find anything. The vets, and you know that we still did the tests. Sorry, we didn't find. It's almost like you want them to find something. But yeah, it turns out she's just old. She only wants to eat like the shit, but like the Popeyes of.
Jack, where you're holding it is messy.
Mic technique.
I would just use the other.
1, 2.
Just use the other.
Testing.
We got broken mics again.
Yeah, just the one.
There you go. 2.
You good?
Should I recap where we are with the cat story? So yeah, it turns out she only wants to eat this like the Popeyes of cat food. So she's just old, and that's all she's going to eat, and that's fine. Which I kind of understand, really. Like if you get to that age, like fuck it. Like I think I was watching. Has anyone seen the film The Mule with Clint Eastwood? Yeah, good movie, right? Yes, but he's 90 in that film. Did you know that? Yeah, he's still bringing it. He's still bringing it. In cat years. That means he's only 45. In which case he looks quite bad, actually. You probably should go and see a doctor. But I was watching that and I was like, if I reached like 100, I think I'd just be like, fuck it, I'm trying heroin. Like, what's the worst that can happen at that point? Imagine me as a 90-year-old trying to get a hold of heroin. Excuse me, shy, you got some of that black tar? I had to Google that it was called black tar, so I'd probably just ask for heroin. Would you know, if I asked you for heroin, would you know where to get it from? No? You'd be my go-to guy. No, you wouldn't.
Parkdale.
It'd be Terry. Huh?
Parkdale.
Parkdale?
They all live in our building.
Sharon / Susan from nowhere. I can get you heroin. Jesus, you guys never stop surprising me. I love it.
Cheap rent though.
She's what?
Cheap rent there.
What?
Cheap rent in Parkdale.
Oh, cheap rent?
But a lot of drugs.
Cheap rent, that'll probably be all the heroin.
A lot of needles in the elevator, just kick them over. Yeah, kick them over.
Right on. I love the vibe tonight, lady. I love the matching bags too. Where'd you get those from?
Exhibition.
Exhibition? What's that? Like the station? Oh, the C&E.
That's another word for it. You're from England, you don't know any better.
I don't know. I just went to Carte Blanche for the first time this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Louis Vuitton.
That's right, it's good. Carte Blanche.
Is that not?
Louis Blanche.
Louis Blanche, yeah. Did you guys go?
You're not French, so.
No. Could you call it out? Pronunciation.
White knight. Louis.
Louis. Bueno.
White knight. He doesn't got it. He's not gonna get it.
Just assume I never get it. Kyle is next. Did you know you were next? I don't know if you did. I did say that. Kyle Poetry, everybody, make some noise as he makes his way from the stage to the stage.
We're speaking to it too.
Hello and good evening, everybody. Hi. Welcome back to the middle of nowhere. You guys are already here. I don't know why I'm welcoming you, but still, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do something different, and once again, today I didn't write anything. I tried that actually a week ago, not writing anything and going to it with my fears. Being like, you know what else do you got, universe? I mean, like, what's the worst that could possibly happen? So, for the first thing I'll do, all I need for you guys is to snap, and I'm gonna do something on top of that and see what happens. So, I got a tempo in mind. I'll start, then you follow, okay?
Your heart real close.
shaking, but that's cool. That's what happens when you just like, screw it, let's see what happens, because I wasn't even gonna come up tonight. I was feeling getting a little sick, but I'm like, I can dream and feel this moment just over there. And it was wonderful how you're talking about choice at the beginning, Mitchell, because spooky things have happened since I've met this magical man over here, all of you magical people. So honestly, can you just give a round of applause for yourself, because it's not even about me, it's about you. Because at the end of the day, how I want to approach my art is not in the way that we're taught, this dog-eat-dog world that forces us to chew our own tail over and over, wondering if our friends have their own secret agendas against us, wondering if our enemies are still circling that one thing you said as if they actually care, but our thoughts guide us there. So when I approach my art and when I approach people, I do it so they can recognize that they have the same amount of magic, of worth, and of value in themselves. Once again, it just kind of pours out, but yeah, those are my feelings, okay? And the choice to come here was a great choice. So thank you. Keeping it spooky for Halloween and all that jazz, I was trying to, people on Instagram, when they're doing their poetry, sometimes people in the community they'll ask you and do like, oh, write a song, write something with the word choice, or something along those lines, but that ended up being the word I looked up before I came here. So yeah, it was choosing. So I'm gonna perform the poem I wrote on the way here called Choosing Death. And I wanted to use it in an interesting way to purge demons, you know, that kind of thing. Monday, October 7th, 2019 at 7:33 p.m. Choosing relentlessly, killing the blackest sheep. Time is a river, not a giver of grain. Complain and you'll never leave the pain. Choosing death, there's a reason why I cried and never left. Puppet prophets enslaved to whispers they hear beyond the grave. 6 million cells will prove it. God knows I know I am ruined. Choosing death, choosing death. Pride and ego mocking me. I die like innocence with snakes and trees. Choosing death, choosing death. Adam and Eve sleep. Adam and Eve weep. Thanks. I'm a huge fan of giving love, not really know how to receive it. But yeah, that's just the magic of everything. We're always pulling out new parts of ourselves each day, and yeah, I wish you the best. I'm gonna close out with one poem that I wrote a while back, probably in April, and it just kind of reoriented and reminded me I don't need to just be the sad things I feel, and I don't need to just be the zany person that wants to give love. I need to honor all of that. So this poem's called Honor All You Are. Honor all you are, even cherish what you fear. You are not a single moment, you're the universe in motion. Alter your life in the smallest way to reveal the river of bloom and decay. Decades frost in the presence of spring. Time and death were never separate things. Honor all you are, even cherish what you fear. Honor all you are, even cherish what you fear. You are not a single moment. You're the universe in motion. Thank you. So yeah, you can find all my stuff online under Kyle T Poetry, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and it's been my honor to write about everyone who's been performing, because that's also something I've been doing for the middle of nowhere. So have a wonderful night, and thanks for having me. Peace.
Kyle T Poetry, one more time. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Yeah, Kyle mentioned briefly about his Instagram. Please go and follow it, Kyle T Poetry. He's got some amazing content. I know I enjoy looking at it. And he was also, he writes some wonderful stuff about this show and about everyone who performs and about just the energy in the room, and he encapsulates it really well. So please go and follow him and give your attention to what he's written. One more time, Kyle. Next up is Mato, who I believe is getting all set up. Mato, the guys who came to do it Blanche, do it, will know this. But he, where even were we when we saw that piano? I should probably give this some context. We were at Stacked. I could just hear the vowel. That's all I'm getting from you. Stack. Yeah, and there was a piano there, and it looked like it had come from the depths of the ocean. And Mato just jumped on it and started playing it, and it was fantastic. Do you remember that? Of course, yeah. It was only like a few days ago. But, it was a lot of drugs and alcohol and shit. But I don't know, maybe you do. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Mato.
I start as soon as I'm ready, okay?
Wait, Mato, sorry. It locked up. It locked up. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Mato. I'm from Korea, so I sing songs. So 2 songs, okay? Yes.
You ready?
Yes, right.
Sorry.
Everyday 같이 있고 싶었어 쉽지 않았었잖아 Everyday 같이 있고 싶었어 쉽지 않았었잖아 25, 6, 7 좋은 기억들이 많아 너는 그중 제일 내게 turn on만 하나하나 전부 기억이 나 결국엔 전부 너 맘대로 됐어 다시는 돌아오지 않을 이 순간에 집중해 난 너만 생각해 말했던 거 기억해 난 너만 생각해 난 너만 생각해 그 말을 기억해 솔직하게 말해서는 걔를 못 잊었어 근데 하나만 꼭 알아둬 겉으로만 안 해도 다 느낄 수 있어 너가 걔를 못 잊었다는 것 너의 시간과 타이밍 그날 밤 내게 보여줬던 마음이 모든 걸 만족하면 됐던 너의 말이 단 그 순간에 무너져 너의 모든 게 그렇게 너에게 그날 밤 내게 보여줬던 마음은 나 혼자 착한 거니 my baby 너가 아픈 걸 난 못 보겠어 너가 아픈 걸 난 못 보겠어 너가 아픈 걸 난 못 보겠어 왜냐면 너가 아프면 내가 아프거든 너만 오면 뭔데 다 해줄 수 있어 말할 거거든 널 사랑한다고 Give you stay love with you 넌딴 사람 생겼어 그것도 얼마 안 돼서 너는 사랑을 넌 쉽게 하는 앤가 봐 쉽게 주는 앤가 봐 내가 널 잘못 본 건가 봐 따라따뚜뚜 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 Everybody say 따라따뚜뚜 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 빠져버렸어 내게만 오면 돼 아무 생각하지 마 걔는 너를 사랑하네 너가 아픈 걸 난 못 보겠어 왜냐면 너가 아프면 내가 아프거든 너만 오면 뭐든 다 해줄 수 있어 Give you stay love with you 너를 만나면 말할 거거든 널 사랑한다고 When you might say when you might When you might say When you might say 왜냐면 너가 아프면 오늘 밤 내 곁에 있어줄게 야야야 이대로 내 곁에 있으면 돼 야야 너가 아픈 걸 난 못 보겠어 왜냐면 너가 아프면 Okay, so the next song is a 2-piece song. This time contains English lyrics, so you can understand.
Yay! Sorry, man. I tried to.
Now I understand.
Now you got it.
Cohen speaks one language.
Speaks all. It's universal.
Universal language.
Yeah.
Rock easy. 1, 2, 1, 2, rock easy. 1, 2, 1, 2, rock easy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Turn the water on because I know you turned you on. When I get out of the shower, dry me off. Let's get wavy, baby. You know I'm a dream today. You and me, 이렇게 너와 나. Don't stop me now. Don't stop me now. You already know what's going down. 은밀하게 아무도 건들지 마. Hey, hey. 밖에 누가 왔나 봐. 너무 신경 쓰지 마. 나는 계속말로 얘기해. 오늘은 널 birthday인 것만큼 특별해. 하고 싶은 걸 얘기해. 꽉 깨문 입술 타이트한 청바지까지 잘 어울리는 널 보면 내 맘이 설레요. 꽉 깨문 입술 타이트한 청바지까지 잘 어울리는 널 보면 내 맘이 설레요. 꽉 깨문 입술 타이트한 청바지까지 잘 어울리는 널 보면 못 참겠단 말이야. I like the way you look at me like let me get close to end the night. Take care of you, don't be nervous. Leave it. 밝혀줘 어둠 속에서 널 쉽게 찾을 수 있게.
Mato, keep it going one more time. Yes. What a
cool guy. He's a cool guy, man. Puts his hat on, takes it off. Oh, sweet! I was gonna say you were like a Korean Michael Jackson. Well, you can't say that now. Can't say that. It's triggering. Yeah. Can't mention it. Even though it's supposed to be a compliment. I was in charge of the playlist at my brother's wedding. You can sit down if you want. You don't have to stand attentively listen to me. But you also can. That's fine. Yeah, I was in charge of the playlist at my brother's wedding, and obviously any playlist you've got to have a bit of MJ on there. But I had to clear it with them. What's the score on Michael Jackson? They were like, nah, don't do it. It's too triggering. It's best to stay away, Heather. Am I right? No matter your opinions, just let's play it safe. And then I was like, what about Jackson 5? And they were like, it's a grey area, right? But they were like, nah, better not. Which is a shame. Ooh, darling, I was blind to let you go. That's a direct quote from one of the mothers of the victims. Alright, it's time for the final performance of the evening. I know, gasp. Yeah.
Time flew.
Time flies when you're having fun. Sharing as much as we share. Sharon and Susan, get over here. Sharon and Susan, everybody. Keep clapping, they're not even halfway to the stage yet. And they take about 8 minutes to set up, so keep clapping for 8 minutes. Energy, energy. Yes, I told one of you, but I don't know which one it was. Was it you? Okay. What's like, is there like a distinguishing feature so I know who's who? I feel like at this point. Oh, you have a middle part. Okay. So you're a middle part, or is that? And you are, you're Sharon. Oh, yeah. Sharon in the middle, Susan on the side. That's how we remember. There's only one microphone, unfortunately, for now, but that's okay. Just project. Oh, is it on?
No, it's not on yet. Keep tapping it. The main thing is, as long as
does anybody else want to perform this evening? No? Okay, Sharon and Susan. Crickets. The crickets are like, I'll go. You want to come up? Not at all. No. Okay. That was a pretty firm no. Well, is it? Are you guys a couple? You're friends? No? Just friends. Okay. She's a good friend because she thinks you're. Yeah. Well, what would he do if he was coming up? Sing? Would he sing if he was coming up? Like, or were you just trying to embarrass him? Is he? Or are you just saying that? I'm guessing by Mato's laugh that that's not true. Okay. Alright. Well, this is the last performance. Sharon and Susan are going to close the show. Thank you very much for coming. Please go check out the website, middleofnowhere.ca, and the Instagram and all that stuff. And tell your friends about us. Emily does her part though. Bless you. You do. You tell everybody. Thank you. Let's hear it for Emily one more time. We wouldn't be here without you, Emily. That's the truth. So thank you. Okay. Are you guys even close to being ready at this point? Or are we still about 15 minutes out from showtime? Alright. I'm going to leave the stage to them. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Sharon and Susan.
Suck it in, suck it in.
One more for safety. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
God, I hate pictures.
Oh, you weren't looking. It takes a while, so the flash goes on, and then just give it a couple more seconds. Okay, here we go. It's hard to light it.
And he does photography too. Hello. Thanks for inviting us back. Curler here. Made sure we had the same clothes on for your visual stimulation. I'm Sharon, she's Susan, sometimes it's the other way around. So you can tell us apart, I burned my hair in the middle, Susan's on the side. We're going to do another Doors song. We got a request from last week, and unfortunately, the same song Our Lady did earlier tonight. It's like when two women were the same dress doing opening. Damn it, she's got my dress on. Make me sound good. We'll be triplets. Can you turn this mic up a bit? Yep. I'm a little hollow. Better. Well, we're not going to do exactly like. I always say that. So we try to do scaled down versions. So different guitar shows you've got to try a couple of chords first. I'm not too sharp, am I? Not too sharp. Okay. This one's called Riders on the Storm, which you heard earlier, with a harmony to it. No, I can't play. You were here first. You were here first. Hope you enjoyed it. And it's our version of it. It's not exactly the same. I'm trying to do my best here. Back to my woodpecker wood for percussion. let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Here we're on the road. How do you like my drums? My first lesson. Stay on fun. Girl, you gotta love your man. Girl, you gotta love your man. And take him by the hand. Make him for a harmonica I haven't got.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Next we're gonna do. Riders of the Alchemy. Get the hell off the stage. We have to listen to him. He's the leader. Mitch is the boss. I guess I ain't something. Doesn't he know women are the boss?
No.
No. Yes. Okay, someone said they want to hear Johnny Cash. So, we wore black. We're going to play for that fellow over there with the handsome beard. And it's, oh, the guy behind you. There's two of them, they're twins. You're the one in the middle. I gotta use a capo, not a capo. A capo. I'm not English. I'm Scottish and Irish. Right, Mitchell? Scotland. Scotland Yard. The Mel Gibson song. This is called Ring of Fire. I'm Johnny, she's Tash, and together we could be legendary. Oh, if I fuck this up, it's Mitch's fault.
Alright.
This is called Ring of Fire. Trying to keep up with the changes, see? It's a great bass player. Well, love is a burning thing. Our dad was a little country, our mom was a little rock and roll. Right.
Awesome.
Should we do one more?
Yeah.
Did you say 20? Can I get a sip of wine?
Be back.
She's sober tonight.
Be back.
Be back. Be back. That ain't water. Be back. Okay. We're back. Be back. Fast or slow? Okay. Anyone heard of the Beatles?
Yeah. The small insect.
That too. Stop talking about Jay like that.
You just gotta keep talking because I can't tell what I'm doing unless you're.
It's like a sound man, he's always there. Okay. Keep talking, keep talking. Keep talking. Next song.
This is working now.
Yeah, it's like if you don't make a sound, I can't tell what I'm doing if it's affecting it. So it's kind of you just gotta keep it going. Does it make sense? And you're like, I can hear it. It's like I can't without input. I can't.
That's next week.
It's
The
like
song
people's
is
like, is it on? And then they don't talk.
an early Beatles song. It's called Things We Said Today. It's one of their folky stuff. Early folk stuff. Make it sound good, sound guy. Early folky stuff when John Lennon was really into Bob Dylan. Or was it the other way around? It's called Things We Said Today. We screw this up, it's the bass player's fault. She needs a drink of water, not vodka. Anybody get any water? Hold on. Look at the sound guy's good for something. Look, he can pour drinks. Oh, thank you.
Why are you being so mean to Lukas?
Just because I sit beside the trash can.
I'm sorry, dear. Thank you, dear. He's making a sound good. Ready to share? So I can harmonize properly for you fine people. You say you will love me if I have to go. You'll be thinking of me somehow I'll know.
One more time, Sharon and Susan. Sharon, Susan, Sharon. I will never forget it. Guys, we made it. It's 10 o'clock. That's the end of the show. Give yourselves a round of applause. We did it! Yay! Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Let's hear it one more time for the band. Tara Smiley over on the ivory. Handsome Pete slapping the bass. Mitch Anton McKecken doing everything he does so well. Wow. Lukas Luzon in the corner, but he came out of the corner and he performed for us all.
And handsome Jack Charles, round of applause for your host of the evening. Woo!
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Thank you to Alchemy for having us. We'll be here next week. Tell everyone, tell your friends, tell the world. And please join us up on the stage for the photo and the love, and then a big old schmooze afterwards. Have a safe journey home. Thank you. Bye.